Religious? More like estúpidos. Aren't you aware that religion is a way to control and manipulate you? It is a way for you to live a little small life where you don't have abundancy, you don't have money, you don't have anything. You don't have freedom, you have to abide by rules. Why would you not want to have multiple sexual partners? Why would you not want to intoxicate your body and have some fun, drink? Because otherwise it's awkward if you don't drink. Why would you want to look out for others? Don't you know that this world is every man for themselves? Why would you help someone else? Values, morals, ethics? What is this? Are you stupid? Why don't you realize? If you agree with the title of this video, I'm going to insult you in like 10 different languages. So before I do that, I'm going to give you a little kiss. Actually, 2. Because I'm not French. My heart is with all the people that have critics about other things. Because in some sense, it means that they care enough to say something about it. A lot of the people that criticize religion in the terms of it's man-made, it's to control you, blah blah blah. We don't need to talk in this video about which religion is the right one, bro. They all preach essentially the same thing, so I'm looking at the people that say, why would you adhere to these preachers? Well, it just so happens that a lot of these people that complain are not really happy. They feel like something is missing, something that could fulfill their life a bit more, like there's a missing piece to the puzzle of life, and they just can't really pinpoint what it is. A lot of the times it feels like the whole world is against them and they feel very unfortunate. Clearly they don't believe in anything, they don't believe in divine providence or heavens or hell or anything of the sort. And they lead a life in which they have the mentality of I'm only here and I will only ever live here. There is no after, there is no before. This is all that there is. This isn't necessarily a bad mindset, but those that are so against religion and have this mindset is a bit of discordance, which I'll touch on more later. In any case, however, it doesn't really work well for them. They are not very happy, they're a little bit miserable, and I want to talk about how. As I said, this video is not about which religion, no, it's about every religion being roughly the same, so I'm going to break down what roughly the same means. We don't believe in intoxicating yourself, right? Just sure, some religions or faiths are okay with you drinking a little bit, but not to the point where you black out or whatever, which a lot of people that go out do. We don't believe in casual relationships or hookups or any sort of involvement with another person in a sexual manner if there is no intentions of pursuing a lifetime partnership with this person. We don't believe in unjust self-harm or the harming of others. So of course this means some religions are okay with, hurting others, eye for an eye, fang for a fang, whatever. But overall there is no injustice. It's whatever they deserve or whatever they did to you, you do back. And likewise, you don't hurt yourself. A lot of people think, well, I'm going to self-harm because I'm not going to harm others. But religion will tell you that this is wrong. Matter of fact, even more wrong than hurting another. All religions will advocate for some peace of mind and they will teach you ways of achieving this peace of mind. They will advocate for more autonomy than dependency. Therefore, you will take affairs into your own hands, which would be a perfect prevention of feeling like the government is controlling you, like you're being controlled or being kept small and poor by somebody else. So as far as we're talking about the general rules of religion, nothing oppressive about that, right? Nothing in the intention of keeping you small and a puppet that's being controlled by others. These things from religion allow for you to keep a good mentality and live a strong and powerful life, a meaningful life. A life of, hey, there is something that comes after this. I'm doing this for a reason. I am living this life and I'm enduring hardships in the pursuit of my next destination, which will be heaven, which will be eternal. Whether it happens or not, you will then, because of this mentality, live your whole life in a way that feels more fulfilling, in a way that there is an end goal to all of this. Whereas if there isn't, you will often ponder of the question, what is all of this for? Which is a terrible thought, which I understand, which I've had. And having no meaning, especially when you're in a bad state of mind, is much worse, much more dangerous than any religious doctrine. In the first place, I would much rather accept the condition of, okay, maybe I'm being brainwashed or manipulated by somebody, but at least my experience of life is a positive one, and I'm having a good time here. And I'm doing things which I think, at least in my head, are good. Giving to the homeless, spreading good words, this, that, doing good actions. Then, feeling like there's no point to anything. But at least I'm not brainwashed, I'm not being a puppet to a puppeteer, like, I don't care. In any case, there are two scenarios which may divide us, but you'll see there's no real division after all. Either there is divine providence, which means, again, heaven, gods and stuff, or we are just atoms. And there's no reason, no purpose. It is just because logic and the soul or reasoning is involved that we are behaving in this way. Well, I have some words from Marcus Aurelius about all of this. So all of those that debate about the existence of God and whether it is real or not. Why would I believe in something that I haven't seen? Neither have I ever seen my soul, yet I still honor it. These words are incredibly powerful because they prove to be true for everybody. Even if you don't believe in God, you believe in good ethics and good morals. Therefore, what difference is there in the lifestyle that you lead versus the one that I lead? I decide to choose in a creator that created all of this. I decide to believe that this didn't come from whatever, and I decide to believe that no matter, no physical matter and no intelligent matter either is made or disappears. So I believe that my intelligent matter, when I die, it will go somewhere else, which I deem to be heaven. But regardless of whether it does or it doesn't, we believe in good morals, good ethics. So who cares about anything else? The life that we live won't really differ that much. Be it, let's say you're an atheist and I'm not. Okay, so what? Are you then, an atheist, going to be extremely hedonistic, have no values, and then do all sorts of degenerate activities, or that I deem degenerate? They're not degenerate for you, maybe? No, not really. The amount of people that would come up in their childhood where they're healthy and they have loving parents and good values at home, they would never tend or lean towards this side of things. If we were to even put it as an example, if you had to choose between the most hot partner in the world, wow, she was so hot, but she had a personality that you didn't really like, versus a woman that was normal, or a man that was normal, and you loved this person, and they loved you, and you loved everything about them, and they weren't, without bias of you loving that person, extremely beautiful or smart or anything, but they were just the person that you really liked. Which one would you pick to be with? Well, of course, you will pick that good person. Now the temptation might be like, well, I will pick the really hot one and then I would have sex and then I will go with the other one. Like, just shut up, man. At the end of the day, the conclusion of this video is that don't let these kind of thoughts divide you, because this is when I believe that you are really being brainwashed and manipulated. Look, live and let live. If you're an atheist or you're a religious person and somebody else is something else that you are not, don't let this then be a reason for you to create some sort of division amongst the two of you. What? Do you live a bad life? Do they live a bad life? If this is so, regardless of stripe the titles of atheist and religious, then as a human, help that other person out. But don't indulge in all this. How can you let yourself be religious? This is preposterous. This is bonkers. Like, no, nobody cares. I mean, I don't care, but you shouldn't care either. Just advocate for things that you believe to be correct. Find out why you think that these things are correct or wrong, and then leave what you wish to see in others. And after you become this thing that you think to be correct, then you can talk to others. But until then, don't worry about, you're brainwashed, or you're wrong for not believing, or you are right for believing. Like, no, it's not about that. Hakuna Matata, live and let live. Do your own thing, and there's great knowledge out there. Look, it's for you to take or for not to take. If you find a philosophy that's cool or a religion that's cool that you like, that resonates with you, go ahead. That's none of my business. Yeah, I believe in whatever I believe in, but it doesn't affect how I will treat you, another human being. So yeah, strive to be 1% better every day, and much love. Quick reminder to fix your posture and take deep breaths into your diaphragm from your nose.